Sun, Moon, Ascendant, and Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 2025 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's linked in the description box below. So let's see what the tarot has to say. We have at the heart, the Ace of Swords, angels, and spirit guides. Let's see here. Oh, we have the Lovers. Oh, the Queen of Swords. I love that for you. I love it. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. The Queen of Cups. The Seven of Pentacles. Just making sure you can see it all. Angels and spirit guides. The King of Cups. Yes. The Four of Wands, the Ace of Cups. Ooh. Okay. Oh, the Five of Wands, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, and the universe. I love this reading. This is so cool. Okay, first and foremost, the two things that make it the coolest are these two aces that are being taken by the court cards here. So you have the Ace of Swords being taken by the Queen of Swords. You have the Ace of Cups being taken by the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. And also you've been building this energy around you. So during this full moon, which is on the 4th of December, and it is in Gemini, so the air sign energy here is strong, it is powerful, it really plays well with the energy that is around you during this time, because Gemini is air sign energy. Air sign energy is represented by the swords in the minor arcana, also by the Lovers in the major arcana. Just realized that you do have the challenge that Gemini brings. Why Gemini can be very talkative, right? It can also be jumping from one thing to another. So staying focused, staying grounded, staying centered. That can be a little bit difficult, needing to take those big breaths in and just kind of calming yourself down, settling yourself in, looking at both sides of things and taking it slow. That's going to be important. And that's kind of going to be the thing you need to be mindful of, because you'll start revving it up. The energy will start revving up. That's just what Gemini does. So be aware of that during this time. God, source, spirit, however you see the divine, the universe is handing you a gift of knowledge, handing you a gift of communication. All right. So you have a way with words during this time, during this moon, before and after the moon, that really makes you a force to be reckoned with, meaning that you talk well, you write well, you communicate well. And if you're saying, no, I don't, slowing it down and thinking about your words before you speak is going to be really important here. Because if you give yourself a beat, also if you let yourself take in information, if you hear other people talking, like a lot of times we listen, but we're always thinking about what we're going to say, just really listen during this time. You will also find that Gemini energy ruled by Mercury is all about communication. It's all about messages. It's all about things coming together. So that is going to play really well for you and work really well for you during this time. You're also cutting through negative energy that has been built up around you. Think of it as like little cords that go into you, that drain you, that overwhelm you. You are detoxifying yourself during this moon and during this time. All right. You have the beautiful ability to look at both sides of the story, to look at both things. Okay. You can kind of get caught up in that. You can see one person's point of view. You can see the other person's point of view. And you really just don't want to be in the drama of it all with anything in this world right now. It's like, listen, this is a lot of drama. Let me step back into my energy. Let me look at what I really want. And that's going to be really important to you. The challenge here is going to be love. Okay, really focusing on what it is that you love, making time for things that are sacred to you, that you love. I do apologize, you can hear my dog barking in the background, but there is this sense here of embracing love, of embracing the passion of what it is that you want. The challenge can be holding sacred space for that, making time for that, and really moving yourself forward. There's also going to be this sense here of duality. You, again, because you can see both sides of the story, you can get really caught up in, I don't know which side is right, which side is wrong, who should I agree with, who shouldn't I agree with. This is why stepping back into you and really listening to that inner voice, which is going to be super strong during this time, is going to be really important. And it's almost like you're unbiased because you you have this way of looking at things and seeing different opinions, different ideas, and it's also going to expand your mind. It's going to expand your communication. It's going to expand what it is that you want and what it is that you're working for, because you're not just stuck in one way of seeing things. So that's going to be really cool during this time as well. With the Queen of Swords at your root, there is a real sense here of like, guard your mind. Don't tell everybody your business. Okay, that's going to be really important. Don't overshare. You can want to. Geminis love to talk, right? That's one of the things that all Geminis are known for. They're also known for being flighty, okay? But what you're going to see is that the rooted energy of the Queen of Swords is taking your knowledge, taking your words, taking your ideas, and really moving them forward towards something bigger that you want. Sharing with a select few group of people, like a select few people, to say, these are my dreams, this is what I'm working towards, please help me stay on track, because the Gemini energy is going to be very easy for us to kind of like, swing all around the place instead of yo-yoing up and down, right? And going in that kind of straight line, the yo-yo is going all over the place and can hit people. So just be aware of this during this time, that if you have somebody who's keeping you in check, then you can help keep them in check, and so on and so forth. So that's going to be really important here. You're also cutting through a lot of lies. You're being also brutally honest with yourself. Be mindful of that. You can be a little bit too honest, a little bit too cruel with yourself, and start to see things that are personality traits or, adaptations from trauma that you're ripping yourself apart for instead of healing from. So be mindful that you need to let yourself heal. You need to embrace the beautiful Queen of Cups energy, because emotions are going to be important. The way you express these emotions and the way you feel these emotions. And that's seen with the Queen of Swords, and that's seen with the Queen of Cups, and also the King of Cups. So the Queen of Swords is the most masculine of all the queens, and the King of Cups is the most feminine of all the kings. And I think that's interesting. If we go back to the challenge, she's wearing yellow, right? Like the sun. He's wearing blue, like the night sky. So he's wearing the imagery of the night, of the feminine. She's wearing the imagery of the day, of the masculine. So you're going to find that the feminine energy has more masculine energy in it, and the masculine energy has more feminine energy in it, meaning one's looking at conquering and building, right? And that's the masculine energy in the feminine. And one's looking at nurturing and sustaining. That's the feminine energy in the masculine. We need to have both at times, right? We need to take care of our kingdom as well as expanding it. And you're going to find that this is going to be important for you. With the Queen of Cups in the past, the Queen of Cups is water sign energy, and that's Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. The air sign energy of the Queen of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There we go. What we have here with the Queen of Cups is healing. We have, with the swords, stepping into your majesty and stepping into your power, owning your power, standing up straight, dressing in a way that makes you feel happy with yourself, not caring what everybody else thinks. It moves you then to this place of power and to this place of love. Now, this is the energy that's moving away. You've been nurturing your heart. You've been looking at healing and really taking care of you. And as you step into your present, what you're going to find is that what you nurture here and your real strength is the Seven of Pentacles, which is your patience. And it doesn't mean, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to be patient forever, right? Because there's kind of this energy around us lately and around everyone of hurry up and wait, hurry up, let's get going. But now you're going to have to just sit there and wait. So here with the Seven of Pentacles, it's nurturing the growth of things, and it's nurturing the fact that it takes time. And instead of belittling yourself for the fact that it takes time or belittling situations, you're going to kind of like step back and say, okay, let's nourish this forward. Let me show myself grace. You're going to get frustrated, no doubt, Aries. You're going to want things to move more quickly. You're going to be tenacious. You're going to be driven. And that's your Aries energy coming through. But with the Gemini energy, it is looking at different aspects of things. It's asking questions, and it's embracing your words. It's really focusing on what you want to say. And it's also listening to what you have said, the things that have frustrated you, the things that have overwhelmed you. And so here with the patience, it's knowing that you have highlighted some things in your heart that have kept you held back, can keep you held back from the relationship, the work, the progress that you want in your life. Now you're patiently kind of, watching everything ripen, watching your hard work bear fruit. And as it does, you move to the near future of the King of Cups, of nurturing, of taking care of, but also saying, this is the way I'm leading. If you're going to follow me, great. If you're not going to follow me, that's on you. All right. This isn't your job to take care of and support everyone and everything. What is your job during this time is to move forward with heart, passion, and tenacity, moving past the chaos of it all and really embracing what you love and what you want. It brings you then to the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is the atmosphere around you. I want to celebrate. This is a time of celebration for you, Aries. This is a time of the holiday season, which brings celebration, but this is also a time of really being committed to what you want to build. And you know it's going to require and demand patience of you. So that's your superstar, power. Your strength during this time is being patient and letting things grow, but also realizing, okay, is this growing? Is this not growing? Is this rotting away? What is it that I want? What is it that I'm looking for? So it's not like continuing to water plants in a garden that are dead, or overwatering everything and smothering it. It's giving it love. It's giving it what it needs. And then stepping back and saying, I need you to walk forward. With the Four of Wands here, what you're going to see is that you're doing this on the things that are important. Because this is a general reading, this could be about love, right? And it can be that you've suffered tremendous heartbreak, and what you really want to find is a committed relationship. This is going to be a time, as you embrace your heart and embrace what you love, you will find somebody who's attracted to that love energy that you're giving off and walks beside you. They first walk beside you, and then they really connect more deeply with you. If you're looking at building your business, that's going to be the same thing. Or building your projection forward at work, you are focusing on what you love, what you're good at, and what brings you joy. The person will start walking beside you and come into your sphere of being in the most kind of like roundabout, wild way. And it's like, wow, this is cool. So here, what we're focusing on for every single avenue of your life and what it is that you want from yourself creatively, this is also saying, I'm embracing my creativity, I'm embracing my imagination, I'm embracing my skill, and I'm seeing myself walk forward, again, being patient, laying out blueprints, but also projecting this and moving forward in what I want to create. This is the mind and the heart coming together to really bring you into productivity, into abundance, into success, and into prosperity. It doesn't mean you're going to be a millionaire overnight. It doesn't mean that everything's just going to work out. What it does mean is that you start celebrating your life instead of looking at everybody else and saying, oh my gosh, they have it all figured out. They don't. I can assure you they don't. They're smiling for the camera just like everybody else is, right? While inside, life is chaotic. It could just be chaotic in different ways. It moves you then to the environment. And this is the Ace of Cups. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of healing, beautiful love. Actually, if you see up here, I always see this little bird. I always think of it as the Holy Spirit, but you can see it however you want to see it, however it interprets into your belief system and ideology. What you're going to see is that by cleansing your heart and opening up your soul, you are being healed and you're being given peace. And that lets you fly. That lets you move away from the chaos of this world. And instead of saying, oh, I need to be in this, because a lot of times we feel like we need the drama, we need the tea, right? We need the chaos to be in the world, to be caught up with everybody else. Now we're saying, you know what? I'm really happy, embracing my joy, embracing my happiness, and letting myself fly. Letting myself be as beautiful as I am, and radiating that outward instead of saying, oh, I need to fix this, oh, I need to fix that, oh, I'm not this enough, oh, I'm not that enough. No, let yourself shine, and you will see that shining beauty just radiates from you in the most exquisite of ways. This can bring tears. Always note that the Ace of Cups can bring tears and the Ace of Swords can bring sharpness. So those two together can mean that you tend to poke at wounds during this time, things that hurt you, things that overwhelm you, things that you feel you're not moving fast enough. Aries, you'll take your normal Aries, let's conquer this, let's move forward, let's push through energy, and you'll do that with hurt and pain that you've been through instead of giving yourself time to heal, to connect, to open up that energy, to meditate, to move the chi, kind of move the energy of the earth through you and out of you, and then keep on connecting, keep on recycling, keep on building. Here, it's embracing what you love, and it's letting yourself release through tears, through punching a pillow, through a good scream or a good cry in the shower, type of thing. The energy that has kept you stuck and kept you held back. It can also be during this time because this is Gemini energy time, right? And the Gemini energy is in Sagittarius because it's on the 4th of December. So Gemini and Sagittarius, they're sister signs, right? So Gemini says it. Sagittarius has to find out what's true. So you will be astoundingly curious during this time. You will say things that are true to you, and then the Sagittarius energy will be like, well, is this true for others? Is this just me? Go diving more deeply into things. What you're going to find is that you find balance through emotion, through embracing, but you're going to need to say it. And sometimes you don't need to have all the drama around it, right? It doesn't need to provoke tears or screams. It can just be, I'm saying this truth. This hurt me. I kept that bottled up inside, thinking I had to be strong. And now I'm just letting that be a wound that needs to heal. And it takes time. And I'm going to put Neosporin on it, right? You know, kind of like imaginary, energetic Neosporin on the wounds that I have encountered in my life. And I'm going to move forward. And that's what you're doing for yourself, beautiful Aries. And it brings you then to the energy to be mindful of, okay, the hopes and the fears type of thing. And this is the Four of Wands. You want to be in the chaos of the world, but you're also like, world, you be crazy. Like you need to, like, you know, step back a minute and heal and connect. So here with the Five of Wands, it's being very mindful that you want to be a part of things, but you're also going to keep yourself separate from the chaotic, hurtful, hateful energy that you just don't want to be a part of. So just be aware of that. People are going to try and pull you into it because you have a level head. You can see both sides of the story. That's also why this is something to be mindful of, because people are going to try and pull you into their drama. And it's like, I just don't want to be there. And it moves you then to the universe opening up to you. And this is a sense I always point out here, this ephemeral being, you know, this being of snow and of air. Because when the universe opens up, it isn't a woman standing, you know, with the world opening up to her. It is the universe standing in the power of, I have no boundaries anymore. And it doesn't mean like I don't have any boundaries. Everybody can take what they want from me. It means that nothing is holding me back. And I am looking at being outlandish in what it is that I want to achieve and how it is I want to thrive on this earthly plane. And I'm letting myself do that. So with the universe opening forward, that's what you're letting yourself do here, Aries. You're letting yourself say, I am moving forward with tenacity and determination. Where I was once scared, now I am patiently building towards a celebration that is beautiful, that is connective, and that is all empowering. And I'm transforming my world because that's what you're doing for yourself, Aries. You are transforming your world. And you are moving forward knowing that stardust runs through your veins, that you are special, that there isn't anyone quite like you. And you're embracing that beauty, and you're embracing that power, and you're moving forward in that knowledge. And it brings you then to your, let's do this one first. It brings you then to your Luna message, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. We have will, angels, and spirit guides. The unexpected, angels, and spirit guides. The masculine. I like that. Because you have that masculine energy that you'll be stepping into in the King of Cups, angels, and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Work through your fears. Time to take a breath out. Time to breathe out, not take a breath out. Time to breathe out. And your dreams need a practical plan. I like that. I like the masculine energy with the Taurus energy. I believe Taurus is feminine. Do correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not. I'm learning my astrology, but I'm not an astrologer. So here, it's like, will the unexpected lead you to the masculine? Okay, that can be a romantic relationship if you're looking for a masculine energy, or you're looking for a feminine energy, but an energy that also kind of like is more take charge, more like, this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm moving forward in my life type of thing. And then you kind of go into step with that person, right? You two step together, like they come into step with you and you come into step with them. And it's more on equal par. That can be a very exciting relationship building for whomever's seeking whomever. Like you feel like you're really connecting with each other and you can pick up the load when the other kind of drops it and you understand where the other is coming from. So that's really quite beautiful. But will the unexpected also lead to the opening up of the masculine energy within you and saying, this is what I want to build for my life. This is how I'm moving forward, because you're working through your fears. And as you've been working through your fears, through love, through compassion, this is also water sign energy, Scorpio energy right here. You need to take time to breathe out. Your nervous system has been overactivated. Okay. So everything feels, it's like when you have a burn or a sunburn, right? And the wind hurts. It just hurts. So here, it's kind of like your energetic being is sunburned. Letting yourself take time to breathe out, letting yourself be able to focus and align yourself, it moves you to this place where it's like, oh, now I can handle this. Now I can see this. Your dreams need a practical plan. Now I can put into practicality what I've been working for, driven towards, and what I want to accomplish within my life. And it brings you then to your spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is created. No, this is centered. This is centered. But the centering of yourself, kind of like that breathing out, that connecting with your dawn, like the energy that's in your belly, but not in your belly button, but like behind your belly button. That's that sense of, this is my energy, this is my force, this is my focus. It brings you to a place of creativity. It brings you to a place of centeredness. It brings you to a place of clear-sightedness, of insight, of greater understanding. And it moves you then to your chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Oh, goodness, this one right here. So you have two that come forward. And of course, they're both the third eye. And one is visualization and one is psychic development. Visualize what it is that you want, Aries. Not what it is others want from you, what it is that you want from yourself. And let yourself step into the power that is you. Open up your third eye. Have a clear vision of what you want, not a clear vision of what you don't want. Now, I have read and meditated on energies that say, energetic practices that say, prepare yourself for what you don't want. So when you come up against it, you know how to handle it. But here's the thing, life always throws you curveballs. No matter how much you imagine something, the reality of it is always going to be really quite different. So here, the visualization of you being successful, of you being able to walk over, fear and doubt and chaos is going to be really, really important to you. Okay, so visualizing your success is not being a Pollyanna, a naive person, a sense of like, oh, nothing bad is ever going to happen to me. It's building yourself up in confidence and assurity that I have to just keep moving forward, that I have to keep one foot in front of the other. What is the most important step that you can take? It's the next one. And as you do that, you develop yourself psychically, intuitively, powerfully. I'm of the firm belief, it might be my line of work, but I'm of the firm belief that we all have a psychic connection to this world, that energy matters. And one of the reasons why we're so chaotic is because we don't tend to believe that. We tend to believe like, I can just bulldoze this forward and I'll get exactly what I want. We might, but it might come at a cost we never, ever expected. So here, energy matters, your third eye matters, aligning yourself, opening yourself up to your intuition and your passion is going to be really important. Now here's the energy to be mindful of during this moon. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Be mindful that because things are sensitive, right? Gemini energy is considered kind of childlike energy, okay? And children are very sensitive. It doesn't mean that it's less than. It just means that it's more sensitive, a little bit more mercurial than other energies can be. So the Wheel of Fortune is change. And be mindful of change really knocking you off course. You know how kids can be, if you go somewhere with kids, it takes them a little bit to adjust. It takes adults a bit to adjust too, but we mask, right? We hide that we're chaotic and overwhelmed. And children don't as well as adults do, or some adults do. So here with the Wheel of Fortune, knowing that change is powerful, that change is coming in, and that it might knock you off the firm progression forward that you have, but being able to know that change is coming and to be able to kind of see yourself like a willow tree, being able to bend and move with it, and knowing that branches will fall off. Like things will not be the same after the change, but knowing that you are okay and that you are strong and you are firm. That's going to be really important. And it moves you then to your subconscious spirit message. And this is wish. What do you wish for with this moon? What is your intention for this moon? What is it shining a spotlight on? Because this moon can lead us to be kind of cold-hearted, right? We can also have a hard time connecting with our emotions, even though the King and Queen of Cups are like right here. That what we're going to find is that we can talk a lot, we can say a lot, and yet not say anything. Kind of like a politician, right? We can talk and talk and talk and not say anything. So here, what do you wish for? What do you want to visualize? You have to say it during this time. Like it's almost like casting a spell, and you're not casting a spell. what you're doing is you're giving life to something, because as you spell something, right, as it's written out, like this tattoo of my arm, like as it's written out, it holds a meaning to it, right? It holds a power to it. Words hold power because we've given them power. And then we've, reinforced it by saying it over and over again. So this is going to be a time where your wish, say it over and over again. Tell the universe, I am ready for this. God, source, spirit, however you say it, however you see it, let that energy know. And it moves you then to your subconscious chakra message. And this is inspiration. This is the sacral chakra. You are being inspired. You are seeing yourself move forward in tenacity and insight. But also it's like it's a new dawn. It's a new day. There's new power that is guiding you. And as you embrace that, it moves you to the Prince of Swords to be mindful of. This is Aries sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is a Gemini full moon. And it's a supermoon. At that, I totally forgot to mention that. It is a supermoon, so everything is amplified. That's why this is so intense. It comes with such powerful gifts and powerful energy moving you forward. The Prince of Swords is like, don't just think that movement is going to be the answer. That energy of take time to breathe out, take time to be still and be in your body. Take time to calm your nervous system and show up for yourself. It moves you then to your subconscious Lunar message, which begins with self-love, sorry about the glare, which begins with self-love, right? And then it moves us to, of course it does, the full moon in Gemini, because that's how connected you are to this full moon. Self-love, Gemini is represented by the lovers. So you have that love energy come forward. Have it be for yourself. The answers you need are coming. You're going to be seeing clarity through what was once just chaos. And it brings you then to your subconscious tarot message, which is the 10 of Pentacles. You have that completion of a cycle. You have the repeat of the number 10, right? You have that in the energy to be mindful of, like, hey, be mindful, things are changing. And then with the 10 of Pentacles, this is money, or what you value as much as money. This is success, prosperity, and abundance. And what you're going to see here is that prosperity leads you forward, that you need to bring to the table your gifts. You do. You need to bring your gifts, but only one is on the table. 9 are on the banner. They are seen, but they are not consumed. So don't give everything away during this time at all. You might feel overly generous and like a child, like, oh, you can have all my favorite things, but you're not going to keep them, right? So here, it's making sure that you're using adult skills, that it says, I'm not going to give everything away. I'm going to embrace what I want, what I'm looking for. Prosperity, knowledge, wisdom, sharing it with younger generations, and also sharing it with the world around me is important. But keeping some in reserve is also going to be important here. This is a win. There is something that you are winning at, or starting to win at, and starting to see kind of like the glacier move. It was glacially, moving. It took a long, long time to get to where it is that you want to be, to see the success that you have been working for. And people will say, as this gains momentum, Aries, you did this overnight. And you're going to be like B. Arthur in Golden Girls. Like, that was the longest overnight success one could ever live through. So showing yourself honor, showing yourself connection, and knowing that it's hard work, dedication, and determination that is paying off. And that subconsciously you see the win because you're embracing the third eye, right? You're embracing the sacral energy, the creative energy subconsciously, but you're embracing more consciously on a chakra level, this sense of visualization, knowing what it is that you want, seeing it clearly in your mind's eye, and then using that power of your intuition, of your determination, of your connection with spirit to go and get it, to say, this is what I'm bringing forward for me. And there's going to be energy along the way, people who build you up, people who see you, people who understand you. And they're going to be people that you kind of didn't think they would. You kind of thought like, oh, they mock this. And it's like, no, they respect you. And here, your energy needs to demand that energy, because you do not need to be around anyone who chaotically pulls you down. That's going to be when you pull away and say, no, I'm not doing this. Okay? If they chaotically pull you down, even jestingly, even just a little bit of a step back and say, no, your energy does not need to be so intertwined with mine. No. So being aware of that is going to be very powerful. All right, Aries, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe, and have a wonderful, wonderful full moon, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone who celebrates. Bye.